Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to learn a super cool trick for handling those pesky, grumpy thoughts. The ones that just pop into our heads and try to mess up our day.
I mean, you know what I'm talking about, right? Those really unhelpful thoughts that whisper stuff that makes you feel sad or worried or even a little angry. So for today, let's give them a name. We're going to call them thought gremlins.
And get this. It might sound kind of crazy, but scientists say that for pretty much everyone, about 8 out of every 10 thoughts we have can be negative or, well, grumpy. Wow, that is a whole lot of gremlins running around in our minds. Now, these thought gremlins are seriously sneaky. They just show up without any invitation at all. And one grumpy thought, it loves to bring its friends to the party. But their biggest trick is trying to make you believe that what they're saying is 100% true. But what if I told you there's a secret, a 5-step toolkit that puts you in charge of the gremlins and not the other way around? Okay, let's dive into this.
It's called the R.E.S.E.T model. And each letter, well, it stands for a really powerful tool that you can use to tame those gremlins for good. It's super easy to remember, and trust me, once you know how, it's even easier to use.
So, you might be asking, how do you tame a gremlin? Well, let's walk through it together, step by step. All right, the very first step is just to notice when a thought gremlin has shown up. That's it. Think of it like flipping on a light switch in a dark room. You're not trying to fight it yet. You're just spotting it. So you feel that tight, kind of yucky feeling in your stomach, and you hear that little gremlin voice in your head go, "I'm gonna fail." And that's it. That's recognition. You've officially spotted the gremlin. Awesome first step. Okay, now it's time to put on your detective hat. See, you don't have to just believe what the gremlin is saying. Nope. Your job now is to investigate its story and figure out if it's actually true. Let's ask that I'm gonna fail gremlin some tough questions. Like, hey gremlin, is that thought 100% true? Have I ever passed a test before? Or is thinking this way helpful? Is it helping me study, or is it just making me feel all nervous and jittery? You'll see pretty quick that the gremlin story is usually full of holes. This is the moment where you put your foot down. You're going to interrupt that gremlin before it can get any louder or call over any of its gremlin buddies. You're not going to argue with it. You're just going to stop it, right in its tracks. Just use a really powerful command in your mind. Think of it like a circuit breaker. It instantly pauses that negative thought and boom, you get your control back. Our minds don't really like empty space. So once you've stopped that gremlin thought, you've got to swap it out for a better one. A more powerful one, a thought that you choose. So instead of a gremlin thought like, "this is impossible," which makes you feel stuck, you exchange it for a boss thought like, "you know what? This is challenging, and I am going to figure it out." Because you are the boss. And here we are, the final step. This is where you lock in that new, powerful thought and make it feel totally real. You don't just think it, you've got to feel it. Just take a deep breath. Picture yourself succeeding. Really, really feel the powerful emotions that come with your new boss thought. Feel that pride, that confidence. That's what makes it stick, and that's what kicks that gremlin to the curb for good. This brings us to a really important superpower in your toolkit, the power of changing your words. The words you choose to use, both in your head and the ones you say out loud, can totally change your world. Let's look at how powerful this is. A gremlin might whisper, "Adults ignore me because I'm a kid." And that makes you feel like your ideas just don't matter. But a boss thought exchanges that for, "I have something important to say. Can you please listen when you have a moment?" Or what if a gremlin says, "He hits me, but never mind." That comes from feeling like nothing will ever change. The boss thought says, "It's not okay to hit me. I deserve respect." Or maybe the gremlin says, "You'll just take the teacher's side, not mine." But the boss thought says, "I'm worried. Can I tell you what happened from my side first?" You see what's happening? You're not just changing words, you're taking back your power. So here's the most important thing to remember. Those thought gremlins, yeah, they might be loud and they might be sneaky, but they are absolutely positively not in charge. And with your brand new R.E.S.E.T toolkit, you have everything you need to prove it. You get to be the boss of your own mind. You get to choose the thoughts that help you and make you feel strong. Remember this feeling of being in control. The next time a gremlin pops up, you'll know exactly what to do. So go ahead, think about the very first gremlin you're going to practice on. You've totally got this.